Yeah, so currently we're helping we kind of work with a bunch of different services. It's mostly around like home services, plumbers, roofers, landscaping, that sort of thing. So no one in particular.
Okay. And then what do you offer them? Like, what are you helping them with?
Yeah. So currently we kind of do everything. SEO, PPC, social media ads, Facebook ads, Google My Business, websites. We don't do as many websites. Those are just kind of one-offs, but every now and then if somebody comes along, asks for a big project, we do it.
Yeah. What do you like to do best?
I like to sell. I
And
think that's
what's
like
your,
my strong suit.
yeah, what's your moneymaker in those products?
Probably because we package it in like SEO is kind of like the front end, and then we just have SEO, PPC, Facebook ads, just kind of bundle into one. Typically, the SEO is like a good gateway essentially into our services. Uh, so technically, that is the one that sells the most, but the one that I guess ends up providing the most, considering the volume that we have, the second package.
Okay. And then how many clients are you working with right now?
Uh, Looking at my numbers, about 17.
And what
But
does that generate on a monthly basis?
yeah, I was gonna say 14 of them are my actual retainer ones. The five are kind of project that kind of come back and forth. That we're making it about like 27 and a half in monthly recurring revenue.
And has this been going on for a year or more at 20 in the 20s?
Yeah, yeah, yep.
So have you reached kind of a stagnation point, or are you doing the right thing? Are you guys is that
Yeah,
increasing every month?
yeah, that's kind of the issue. Kind of in a catch-22. So essentially, we are at a place where if we take on another client, right, it's just our noses are just above the water if we do that.
Mhm.
But kind of where we are in terms of like revenue and all that, can't really bring on another team member if we can't kind of bring on more clients. So just kind of stuck in between like that, essentially, like I said, catch-22.
Gotcha. So at that point right there, I think that's probably the crux of this problem. What's missing? Like, what's broken right there?
Hmm. Well, I mean, yeah, I guess the main thing is like we're probably not charging enough. I feel like if we were charging a little bit more for the work that we were providing, because we do great work, uh, I think we'd be able to have a little bit more, more in the reserve to bring on more people to handle more load. Uh, I think that's like the main thing that has been kind of running through my head. Potentially to, I've read your book. I know niching makes a lot of sense. Um, could be that we're just trying to help too many people, like too many different people, kind of like puts different bottlenecks in different places. So that might be another thing.
When you read through the book, have you got on the website as well?
Uh, no,
Have you seen any of our testimonials? Have you seen any of the mentors talk about what we do for businesses,
yeah,
agencies?
I did see a couple testimonials when I was on my way to book this call essentially.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, I saw a couple of them that sounds like you guys do some good work.
Okay. Tell me, because you're going to have some bottlenecks and problems in there, right?
All right.
You can think it's pricing, what you're charging, but it's actually in how you're bringing a client on, right? In the sales process and whatnot. So you might not be having access to enough correct leads, right? It might be that you're not the authority in your area. It might be that you haven't selected a niche that you can be the authority in, or your sales process from prospecting to get them in, to explaining it, to asking them what's missing.
Right.
Maybe your team doesn't do this, right? Maybe they don't even get to this point in the call. And sometimes that just leaves so much money on the table, right? And do you have a closing process? And then when you get into delivery, do you have the right delivery model? are your VAs in place? Are your marketing assistants in place? Is it all wrapped up there, right?
Right.
Do you have a systematic way to do that, that it's done every time? Or are you offering too many products where, Jesus, I'm so confused about what we're doing here. It's not working.
Right.
You know, you're telling me you're successful, but how much of that 27 are you actually pocketing, right?
Right.
Is it leaking out? Are you happy with where you are? It's like, so I try to run through just quickly what it is that we do. And there's 9 phases that your business needs to be running on all cylinders on to get to $1 million a year and over. Once you get them in place, though, that million is simple. 3 million is simple. You just have it in place. Most companies, most agency owners that I talk to that need us, they've got to 12,000. They've got to 17,000. They've got to 22,000. And the wheels are about ready to fall off. They're almost like, this ain't as fun as I thought it would be. I got no time. Plus, I'm so scattered and I got so many complaints. We miss some of our clients. We're not doing, sometimes we don't even get results for them. So they don't really have pride in their business.
Right.
So what we come in and do is we go through those 9, right? We look at them. You're either at a full green, man, you're screaming. Your leads are coming in and they're good leads. Or you're at a red, you can't get any good leads, right? And they're all over the map, and maybe you need to focus in on a niche. So we figure out what you do best, what you offer best, what you deliver best. And then we green light all of these 9 things. Now, what I like to tell people is you have to have a frame for your business. What frame is, it's a concept that comes from pickup artists who will teach nerds how to go into bars and pick up hot women, or the library, or on the street, right? And that frame is the emotions that you're evoking with a female in a frame. And your frame is a bubble of a utopia that is you, right? You got to remember that it's not BS, because women that are doing good and bad in life, okay, and you see them out there, they're bored, they're stagnant, they've got something wrong with their business, right? But when you're talking to them, as long as you can maintain that frame and you have that frame back at your house, it doesn't even have to be a mansion or nothing. It can be squalor, basically, but it's your utopia. And all she wants to do, as long as you maintain that frame, she wants to come in, right? And her emotions will buy that utopia from you. And as long as you're doing the utopia right, vacuuming on Tuesdays, and this, keeping the gunk out of your sink, having comfortable rooms and running water, right? That's the interior of the utopia. That's what she buys into, and then it's there. So you can't over deliver or over promise and under deliver, right? So that's what we teach agency owners to do. And it's the only way to get from 15 to 25 grand to actually getting somewhere and making more time for yourself and your private life. So you can go entertain your wife, your girlfriends, whatever you want to do, and have a pride in that business, right? So you're pulling enough out of it so that you're happy. So when I say all that, we've got products from $1,500 to $4,500 and over. When I say that, it sounds like you need to have a frame, a bubble, and some focus, and there's places in your business that need to work. Would you agree?
Oh, 100%. I don't think I'm looking around for that reason. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think you could do it yourself? Are you done exhausting all your avenues, or do you have some things right now on the burner that you're going to try? Because I would rather you try them first than come in with us and we're trying to teach you one thing when you still got a couple things that you think might work.
Nothing on the burner per se, but I'm just looking around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, who else are you looking at?
I know a guy who's like kind of like mentors other businesses and that kind of thing. I don't think he's like too specific, like with agencies per se. But I know he's done good work with different businesses.
Yeah. What
I
do
know
you
he's
like about
helped
him?
an agency before, so I don't know.
What do you like about him, and how much is it to work with him as a mentor?
Well, I know the guy's charging like 2,500 a month. And I know he's good. You know, again, he's recommended to me by some other person, by my close associate.
Okay. Well, if you're not doing anything else on the side, I'd like to have you on board. Give us a try. Try us out for 30 days. Money back guarantee. If you don't like what our system is, then you could go try him. I think that's the best way to do it. It's what most agencies want to do. If there's a couple of us that they're thinking about, they want to give us a try. They want to see what it is. They want to see how really what it comes down to. So we've got everything in place and we help you do it. We show you the way, right? But you've got to be motivated to take that action, to do it right. Like we can't be inside your business getting all your username and passwords and putting this in place. You've got the people to put that in place. You just need to know what it is you need to do. And then, I don't really understand this. Who are you going to talk to, right? Are you going to load up something and read through it? Yeah, you can, but you always want to talk to somebody. It's like, hey, how did you guys do this? Because this is the way we've got it set up. We're using Asana right here, and then we got Slack over here. Well, you need to talk to somebody, right? Somebody that's doing what you're doing. You probably have a mentor or two. They're probably in different businesses. Everybody, when you're overwhelmed or confused about something, right? You can ask your mentor, but he doesn't understand your business. So at that point, everybody wants to have a partner or a mentor that understands their business. And then they want to get some advice. They want to share, get the advice, but nobody wants to have a partner, right? So it'd be nice to have somebody that knew your business, has done it before you, acts as a partner, but you don't got to pay him, right? Like he's off the books. He ain't taking half of your profit. He's only taking smiles and what we take, as your mentor. So that's like $1,500. So what I would offer, and so we don't mess around, right? Like I've said enough on this. We've shared enough that you're at a place where you're a good business owner. Whether you got partners, whether you got a wife, whatever, you don't have to run something like this by them. You're ready to pull the trigger on something. So give us a try for a month. It's $1,500. Come in. If for whatever reason you come in, you see everything we have, start using it, talk to your mentor, that type of stuff, and it's not for you, 30 days, we shake hands, part friends, you get your money back. We can bring you in too. That's kind of a two-way street, because this concept that we have here, it's a concept of collaboration and not competition. So in your market, in your area, in your niche, okay, you've got competitors that you're competing with. And I don't know what your authority is and what it is there, but you compete with them and you can't call them up to bitch about your clients because they'll steal them or anything of that nature.
Right.
That's how business was done up until Josh put this together. This is a collaborative affair. So when you come into our fold and we give you the tools, the treasure, we need you to be using it, but be asking questions. And when you get successes, bring them back to the group, right? It's a collaborative affair. Okay. So we are all mining this gold from everybody else in there. So after 30 days, if I let you come in and you are not a good fit for what we're doing here, then we will ask, we'll tell you, hey, this really isn't a fit for you. Thanks for coming on board, but we'll shake hands, we'll part friends, and we'll give you your money back. And then you can go on to that next fellow. Does that sound like a fair deal?
I like a lot of how it sounds. Makes a lot of sense. I see the value. I feel like I just need like a week. Just kind of kick it around, see if I want to. Yeah, I just need like some time, just kind of think about it.
Yeah. So just know that I'm talking to 4 businesses a day on average. We only bring in 2, potentially 3 of them a week. It's really what we're designed for. So this is a one-time offer on the money back. So if you want to, I'd say enroll today. You can always get your money back if it's not for you after a week. If you can't do that, obviously you wouldn't be a fit for us for the long term. It's just, it sounds like you can do it yourself, or you've got other options that whatever you've looked at with us and whatever I've said today, it's just not a fit for you. So if that's the case, hey, we'll just shake hands, part friends right here. I appreciated the call. I think you'd definitely be good in here with what you've said already, but if it's not for you, I understand. And we would just have to rescind that offer off the table. But if you want to, you can just put it on a credit card. We'll enroll you. If it's not for you in a week, you can get your money back.
Okay. Cut.